If you're following the current news or at least paid attention to what's currently going on in the financial markets, also in the crypto market, of course, we see red numbers all over. And this has to do with another war in this world. Many already call this World War III. Yes, Iran just attacked Israel, so there are still people and countries out there which believe war is a solution for anything. That's of course not the topic for today's video, but it's the reason for what's currently going on and why we see so many red numbers and why all assets are currently dipping. And originally, I wanted to do a catch-up video on the video I released yesterday where I showed you how you can buy the dip without adding new liquidity, so new stablecoins or new fiat money, just with the assets you already have and then supply them on lending and borrowing platforms. And today I wanted to do the same topic, but not for EVM or EVM compatible chains. No, I wanted to do it for the Cosmos ecosystem. In this case with Nolos, which is a cross-chain lease protocol, which allows us, as they already state here on their homepage, to triple your holdings without tripling the risk. Unfortunately, their dApp is currently not really working. They posted that here on their Twitter account. I was already recording this video, so I will publish the video in the upcoming days as soon as the platform is fully functional again. That's why today's topic is my top 3 picks, my top 3 tokens, which I'm currently buying in this dip to take advantage of those cheaper prices. And the first project we wanted to talk about today is Aerodrome. And Aerodrome is quite insane because if we take a look at the Aero token chart, this token didn't even move. It doesn't even care what's currently going on in this world. And that's why I think it's a very, very strong bet for the future, especially with the growth of the base chain, that there will be a massive user inflow from the Coinbase exchange to the base blockchain. And there is a lot of upside potential in my opinion. I'm now holding this token since almost the beginning, since it launched here at around 45 cents. Then I held my bags down to 3 cents, so the token dropped over 90% in value, but I kept confident that this will potentially come back. And this then happened, started really in February, and now it had a massive rise. You can see this chart here. So a very strong token, very strong project with a lot of upside potential. If we, for example, look at the top project at the time on the Binance Smart Chain, which is PancakeSwap, the #1 DEX, the #1 liquidity hub basically, which is currently sitting at a market cap of 680 million, but at the all-time high, this was sitting at 7 billion US dollars. And if we can trust the market cap, which is displayed here on Dex Screener, it says that Aerodrome is sitting at 780 million. And I think the Aero token can do at least a 10x from here, if not go to at least 10 billion US dollars in market cap. And that's why I still think this is a good pick, despite the rally we saw over the last few weeks. The next one which I wanted to show you is one you probably have never heard about if you are not active on ZK Sync, because this is the OG DEX which had a rebranding. It is now called Koi Finance. In the past it was called Mute. The token was now migrated over into the Koi token. And this is also a very strong performer. It basically had its bottom down here at around 4.5 to 5 cents. Then rallied, it had a slight dip because of the news, and it's currently sitting around 7.5 cents. Very low market cap, 35 million US dollars. And the narrative which I think will come into play here is the ZK Sync airdrop, which will be massive. And I expect this to happen in April, latest in May of this year. You can see they totally raised almost 460 million US dollars. And if we jump on DeFi Llama, you can see Koi Finance is currently the 3rd biggest platform regarding the total value locked, and the only platform in the top 5 which had a growth of liquidity in the last month. So I think this one will be, together with SyncSwap, which doesn't even have its own token yet, the ones that profit the most from the upcoming liquidity event, which will bring massive fresh liquidity through the airdrop tokens to this network. The last one I wanted to mention in this video is Quenta, also potentially one you have never heard about if you are not into decentralized trading. Quenta is a native optimism project, but it migrated over to Base, and it's currently in the top 3 Base perpetual trading platforms and aims for spot #1. This is not even listed on bigger exchanges, as we can see. If we come to the markets here, you can see it as, for example, listed on MEXC, on CoinEx, and on Poloniex, all smaller decentralized exchanges. And if Quenta makes it to the #1 spot, or at least gets decent volume over the upcoming few months, this will get listed on Coinbase, on Binance, and on all the other bigger tier 1 exchanges. And that's why I think Quenta right now sitting at roughly 100 US dollars is a very good buy. The token is very volatile. This is the only one of the three I'm showing you today which had quite a substantial dip over here. So it ran up from bottom prices of around 60, 70, maybe 80 US dollars to just recently over 150 US dollars. Now it went down again to 100 US dollars. And it's also just sitting at a market cap of 53 million US dollars. Almost 70% of the overall supply is already on the market. And again, it's not even listed on a centralized or on a bigger centralized exchange. Last thing which I wanted to add here regarding Quenta, if we take a look on DeFi Llama regarding the base blockchain, there are top 10, top 15 protocols, and there is not even one perpetual exchange. And that's also the upside for Quenta or other perpetual exchanges, which are on every network at least in the top 10. And that's exactly the spot where I see Quenta going as more and more users get onboarded to the network and people want to leverage trade in a decentralized way. So these are three coins I already have in my portfolio or a dollar cost averaged into now through this dip, and will also continue to do so because we never know what happens next. Maybe there is another massive liquidation event because of new news that are coming out, because the war gets more drastically. There may be other things which we have to put in consideration. So I would suggest you never deploy all your capital at once, split it up in 3 to 5 pieces, and then deploy the capital piece by piece to have a nice dollar cost average price. That's at least how I do it. So I hope you like this overview on the three tokens I have currently on my watch list and am heavily bidding on. If you don't want to miss future videos which I upload on a daily basis on such topics also, you might just want to click the subscribe button. As mentioned, I will as soon as possible publish the no-loss video that you can also buy the dip without fresh liquidity in the Cosmos ecosystem. If you appreciate the content, leave a thumbs up on this video and we will meet in the next one. See you then.